Hey, this is John Carlos, coming to you from Inside Corner Store Comics. Now, J. Scott Campbell is one of my favorite comic book artists of all time, so I'm really excited that this is out. The Mary Jane Comic Cat statue from Sideshow Collectibles from the J. Scott Campbell collection. So let's go check this out. Here's a quick look for you folks at the box art. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is the pose. They picked a really kind of cool pose for her to be in. If you can't tell, she's holding Spider-Man's outfit kind of slung over her shoulders, and she's like pulling on it with her thumbs. And I like that the base seems to be some sort of cushiony couch accessory. But one of the little things that I really like about this are the little magazines that are spread across the cushioning. It's a little detail that I was not expecting, and let's go take a closer look at that. These could have been generic, blandly painted magazine covers, but I think it did a really good job kind of creating an extra little detail with all the little texts and the photos. This little Spider-Man Daily Bugle cover here is pretty cool. And speaking of details, one of the little things I like about the sculpt is the ripped jeans here. And just like the vague, you can almost see like there's a little bit of texturing to her jeans here. I thought that these were going to be smooth, but there is a very subtle texture that's being done here. You can also see along the hemline of her jeans that there is like a threading along that seam. And I think that thread, which is similar to the threads here, is a nice little detail that I'm glad they included. Now overall, I think while the sculpt is cool, it's worth noting that the paint is I think where this thing really excels. You can see the shading that they've done along her shirt. That kind of accentuates like muscle tones and also, you know, highlights the wrinkles that are sculpted into it. I think like the stretch of the material here where it's lighter on one side and kind of darker on the other, that's really good paintwork in my opinion. And then of course where this thing really gets good is the face paint. I mean, they did a really good job kind of capturing J. Scott Campbell's artistic style into like a three-dimensional shape, but the paint here, especially the freckling and just the way the eyebrows are painted on, I think they did a really good job with that. And again, there is some really nice shading along her cheek area compared to like her forehead and jawline. Even her red hair has like shading. There's like a lighter orangish, you know, almost yellow kind of hue that's been included here, along with like these darker lines that are painted and covered in. This is some of the better shading, paint shading I've seen on like a comic book style statue in a long while. And I really like what they're doing with this. Now when I saw this at San Diego Comic-Con in 2013, these hair pieces here, with the ones that they had on display at Sideshow, were blatantly not connected very well, but I'm glad that the final product looks a lot better, that those front hair pieces blend in really well. The only thing that's kind of noticeable as a detached piece is this back end of Spider-Man's outfit. You can kind of see that there is like a connector crease right there, but it's no big deal. In fact, on the whole, when you're looking at the entire statue, that's like the last thing you're going to notice is this little line on her back. From the perfect J. Scott Campbell pose to the great sculpt and the really good use of paint to use shading to highlight contours, I think this statue turned out really good. Especially if you're a Mary Jane fan, I think you're really going to like this, but where I really think this is going to make people happy is J. Scott Campbell fans will be really impressed by this. I know I certainly am. I do find that Sideshow Collectibles prices to be a little high for my taste, but I think if you're a J. Scott Campbell fan, you may find this price to be worth it. It's certainly going to cost you a lot more if you decide to get it later on the aftermarket, so get it while you still can. Again, I really dig this. I'm looking forward to the Spider-Man one. I'm really looking forward to the Gwen Stacy one. I think the paint on this turned out really good. I mean, even the shading on the couch cushions are good. I mean, you're certainly getting a good bang for your buck if you're getting this, so I recommend it. Thanks for watching.